This is Chris Griffith from The Australian, and today we've got Toshiba's newest high-end Ultrabook. It's called the Kira, which is Japanese for fine cloth, and it lives up to its name in lots of ways. It certainly is a lovely piece of kit, but it is pretty expensive too. The really nice thing about the Kira is its display. It's actually higher than 1080p HD, and it's 4 times 720p HD. So we've got a resolution of about 2560 by 1440. It means that your HD movies on here look really good, and it can downscale ultra high definition video. So we've got a video here which is actually ultra high definition of some bees, and you may not be able to see it, but when I look at them I can see the hairs, I can see the texture of the back of the bees. The detail is fantastic. Toshiba have actually coupled this with an onboard graphics card. It's not got a separate, if you like, dedicated NVIDIA card in it. It's Intel HD 4000. So it's not a gaming machine. It's really good for multimedia, but you won't get fast or any decent fast gaming from this device. It runs Windows 8. I've found the responsiveness of the screen on this to be fantastic. You can flick through the screen, you can pinch and zoom without a problem. The only problem is that Windows 8 itself isn't really tailored to such a high resolution. So when you look at, for example, the start screen, the desktop screen, you'll see the icons are pretty squashed. The taskbar at the bottom looks a bit like a ribbon. And if you open applications like Photoshop, you'll find it hard to read the menus at the top at the default font. As a device, you've got this nice magnesium alloy frame. Around the sides, you've got here, you've got 2 USB 3 ports. You've got another on the other side, a full-size HDMI out, and if we go across the other side, you'll see here the 3rd USB 3 port and a full-size card reader as well. The only thing it doesn't have, which I think it ought, is an Ethernet port, because it's so useful if you're traveling a lot, you're going to hotels. If the Wi-Fi in those hotels is poor, which I've found to be quite frequently the case, at least you can plug in an Ethernet cable. To effect that, you'll need to buy a USB 3 to Ethernet connector, which will be about $50 more. It's not included in the price of this, even though it's an expensive device. The keyboard on this is really nice. As you can see, the keys are well separated. I found typing on this pretty good. The cursor keys down here are a little bit, unfortunately, close together. That was the only issue with that. It's $17.99 for the cheapest model, which is not a touchscreen model. Now, I don't know why you'd buy a non-touchscreen model for $17.99, but you can. If you pay $200 more, you can get a touchscreen version, and the most expensive one of the 3 in Australia is $21.99. They run Intel Core i5 and i7 processors, and you get 256 gigabyte solid state drive in there. Overall, we love this Ultrabook. It's really light, it's thin, it's everything an Ultrabook should be, but it's pretty exy. Overall, Toshiba's done a really good job getting such a nice Ultrabook into the market at a time they, like many other Japanese companies, have been finding it pretty hard and have had their backs to the wall. This is Chris Griffith from The Australian.